Okay, we're joined on the line now by John Murphy following the announcement that he's made the Walker Cup team. First off, John, thanks very much for taking the call. Amazing news. Congratulations. What was your reaction when you found out?
Thank you. Yeah, I was in the middle of a tournament, so it was a bit weird. We just played the second round of a tournament, and I kind of knew that the team was close to being selected. So I found out after the second round of the tournament. So it kind of took away from my focus on the tournament. It was a great phone call to get. I probably wish I got it after the tournament, so I could have focused on that instead. But no, it was certainly an email I'll never forget reading. He was actually trying to get on to me during the day, the captain of the team, to tell me that I'd made the team, and he couldn't get on to me because I was playing this tournament. So I feel a bit bad that I didn't even answer the phone call to say that I was selected. But yeah, no, it was certainly a day I'll never forget, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting down there.
I'm pretty sure playing golf was a good enough reason not to answer the phone call, to
Yeah,
be
true.
honest.
Yeah,
Uh,
could have done worse things. Yeah.
what is the, I suppose, the selection procedure? What's the process for getting on the Walker Cup team?
So basically, it's just the 10 best amateur golfers in Great Britain and Ireland, and yeah, it's just whoever's playing the best golf and whoever they think will represent GB the best to take on the USA. It's throughout the years there's been some very some great names play the Walker Cup. The likes of Rory McIlroy, Shane Lowry, all them have gone through the ranks and played the Walker Cup. So yeah, it's a great thing to be associated with and to be able to play and to represent Great Britain and Ireland. And yeah, we have two Irish on it, myself and Mark Power from Kilkenny. So myself and Mark will be great friends. So I'm looking forward to getting down there with him and hopefully teeing it up with him in the foursomes pairing.
I was going to say, how good is it to have someone like that in the team that you know very, very well, and will probably make things a bit easier for you, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it'll be great. The first time I ever played for Ireland, I played foursomes with Mark Power. So it's just cool to think that we've come this far since then and that we've achieved so much since then. So yeah, we've been talking about it since. We still have like screenshots and pictures of us playing underage. So we were sending them to each other. It was gas. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to tee it up with him. And yeah, I think we've both agreed already that it's going to be fairly nerve wracking. So it's good that we'll be there for each other.
And do you know many of the other lads? Have you played against them?
Yeah, I'd say I've played with all of them at some point. Everybody on the team's very sound, and I think there'll be a lot of team chemistry there. We all get on pretty well. A lot of them, I think 6 of them are in college over here, so I'd know them through college and just through playing again underage against them and with them and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun to get together on the 30th of April and start off the week.
You would have been close enough to being on the team 2 years ago, I guess. Were you disappointed not to get on it then?
Yeah, I was. To be honest, I was probably on the team at the start of the year in 2019, and I just didn't go my way that year. I didn't have a great year, and I probably focused too much on making the team that year because, as I said at the start of the year, I would have been in a great position to make it, and just kind of played my way off it, to be honest, and it was obviously very disappointing. So I think this time around I just focused more on staying in the present and being mindful of that and not focusing too much on the Walker Cup. And
Mm-hmm.
in the end of the day, something I worked on with my coaching in Stafford is just good golf takes care of everything. So if I could stay in the present and take care of good golf and just play well, then everything else will take care of itself. So I think I did a much better job of that this time around, and yeah, I'm delighted to get in the team this time around.
So talk to us about the year that you've had that's gotten you onto the Walker Cup team and how well you've played.
Yeah, it's been strange because I went back last March straight after a college event, and obviously COVID hit. So I was at home practicing in the garden and stuff, and just trying to make the most of what I had in Ireland at the time. And then I came back to America in about July and started playing competitive golf again. And thankfully, I've been playing pretty consistently. I've had some nice finishes. There was one event, the Jones Cup Invitational, which was that was a really big event for getting selected for the Walker Cup because everybody, all the American squad and all the GB&I squad were playing this event. So that was I knew that was an important event going into it, and I tried not to pile pressure on myself, but it was still always going to be in the back of my mind that this could have a lot to do with the Walker Cup. So I was delighted to play well there. I think I was 50th after the first round, and I think I pushed my way up to 6th in the end. So that was certainly a big result for me in the scheme of things. And then I came second last week at a tournament down in Myrtle Beach, which was another big result for me.
So we're about 5-6 weeks away now from the event itself. Do you have much tournaments to play beforehand?
Yeah, we have two big events here with the college. We have one event down in Texas next week and another one in Georgia in a few weeks. So I just kind of have to turn my attention to them. And as I was talking about, just trying to be present for the next while and not be thinking too much about the Walker Cup for now. So yeah, I just have to do what I can to get prepared for my next event, and just I'm just trying to take it day by day for now. That's something I've worked on, is just doing all I can today to get that a little bit better. So that's all I'm doing for now.
And obviously, you're in college as well while all this is going on at the University of Louisville. What's it like combining study and high-level golf that takes up quite a lot of your time?
Well, yeah, I'll be honest. Last year, I got my degree in marketing, and I just kind of decided this year I wanted to focus on golf. So I asked my academic advisor just to throw me the easiest classes he can, and thankfully he did that. So I'd be lying if I said there was a lot of study going on the side. So I'm enjoying that aspect of just not having to stress too much about school for a change.
So does that kind of coincide with your good form this year, and that you don't have to worry too much about your college classes?
Yeah, certainly. It's like, you're going to tournaments. I remember last year going to tournaments and I was having to write 60-page papers and whatnot. And I was going to tournaments coming off the golf course and thinking, oh, I have to do this now, or I have to submit this assignment later. So that's what I'm doing now is just before I go to tournaments, I'm just getting all my work done for that week, because it only takes a couple hours. So I'm just getting all that done before I go to tournaments, so that when I'm at the tournament, I'm fully present and I can focus on that. And it certainly eases the stress levels.
Irish people, I suppose, when they think of college in America, they think of what college life is like in the movies. How close has it been to that for you? Is it in any way similar?
Yeah, certainly. It's not too different, in all honesty. Yeah, there's all the frat parties and whatnot that go on, and this year has obviously been a little different. I've just kind of been trying to do my own thing, just because of the fear of COVID, and having to make people quarantine and stuff if you're not careful. So I've just kind of been trying to do my own thing and just focus on golf, and I think that's been certainly to the benefit of my golf this year. So I might try and continue doing that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, what's it been like, I suppose, living in the States throughout COVID? 'Cause, I mean, like, we all know this, like, how badly America has been hit with COVID-19 over the last year. I mean, like, what was it like for you?
In all honesty, selfishly, it's been pretty good. I mean, I've been able to travel and play golf, and that's all I could really ask
Hmm.
for. I actually I actually got COVID last August, the day before, or a couple of days before. I was meant to fly to the US Amateur, which is one of the biggest events in the world. So I unfortunately had to pull out of that. But since then, even since I got COVID, it hasn't. I haven't been as worried about it, or I haven't been as kind of cautious. I mean, I'm obviously still taking the precautions that I have to make sure I don't get it again. But I've it certainly eased me a little bit to be able to travel freely and be able to play tournaments. I haven't been as worried about it. So yeah, living in America here at the moment,
Mm.
it's if COVID doesn't exist, which is in one sense it's kind of nice, because I'm able to, as I said, play golf, which is all I could ask for.
Did COVID hit you quite badly? Are you suffering any long-term effects from it?
No, I lost my taste and smell for a while, but it's gradually been coming back. And I had a cough, and other than that, no, it was fine. There was three of us. The three of us in my house got it, and we all kind of had the same symptoms. And thankfully, we're all 20, 21, 22, so it didn't affect us too badly. And I don't think we gave it to anybody else either. So it could have been a lot worse.
This year's World Cup being held in Seminole, in Florida. Is that a course you know well?
I played it for the first time a few weeks ago. I went down after a tournament I had, and just went down and practiced it for a few days, because as part of the GB squad, I you had free access to it. So I went down and played it a few times, and it's just an amazing place. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's just very unique, and it's certainly a very prestigious place to be able to play. So I'm looking forward to the matches being held there. It's going to be a very interesting venue for the matches, and it's going to be right on the coast as well, so it'll be nice and windy. So there's no excuse for the GB&I boys not to be able to match up.
Yeah, you're well used to that being from Kinsale, I guess. But
Yeah,
how does the
that's what I was
how,
saying. I came over here to get out of that, and now I'm back into it. So.
how does the course, I suppose, match your strengths? I mean, like, how does it suit your eye?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's pretty open. It suits people who can hit it pretty far. So I'm looking forward to just being able to try hit it as hard as I can around there. That's always fun. But yeah, no, it's a really nice course. It's open. It's going to be tough going into the greens. You have to be very particular about where you're placing the ball going into the greens. So I think that's something that we're going to have to get a good week of work on in before we play the actual event. Because obviously coming from GB&I, we wouldn't be as used to that style of golf. So that's something that we're certainly going to have to work on and look into. But as I said, I mean, we're going to be obvious underdogs going into the game, but I'm looking forward to trying to get a few scalps along the way.
The US team came over 2 years ago and won. Is there kind of a sense of you're looking for revenge going into this match now in a couple of weeks' time?
Yeah, absolutely. The US team hadn't won on GB&I soil, I think, since 2007. So they won for the first time there in 12 years, and we haven't. I don't think we have won. I think it's been 20 years. I think 2001, I want to say, is the last time GB&I have won on US soil. So as I said, we're going to be underdogs, but that's all. I think that's going to make it more enjoyable. I love that kind of element of it, so I'm looking forward to trying to turn a few heads and prove a few
Have
people wrong.
Yeah, have the US named their team actually yet?
They have named their team. Yeah, they're strong. There's no sugarcoating it. They're going to be really good. And again, I'm looking forward to that element of it. You know, I know all the US team that are playing. I know I've played with most of them before. They're going to be a really good side, and they're going to be tough to beat. But that's again going to add to my enjoyment of it. So I'm looking forward to taking them on.
Obviously, I suppose pre-COVID, I mean, like your family and friends might have gone over to watch you play in the Walker Cup. That's probably not going to be the case this time around. Is that going to be an issue? Is that going to affect the GB&I team heading into this match?
Yeah, obviously having support is always nice, and even having your parents there or whatnot to share the occasion with. You know, my mum and dad have gone to everything they could have in the past, and you know, I'm sure they wouldn't have wanted to miss this for the world, and I'm disappointed that they're going to miss it. But hopefully it'll be on TV and they can enjoy it that way. But yeah, it's certainly going to be a bit different, and not having my family there to share this occasion with. But hopefully we'll be able to get in the right side of a few Americans. They tend to like us Irish people anyway, so hopefully we'll get in the right side of them. They can cheer us on.
Yeah, and hopefully everyone from the golf club back home be able to watch, and hopefully they'll be able to play at at home as well
Yeah, I
by
know.
that
Yeah,
time as well.
they should be able to. I hope.
And I suppose turning professional then has to be a thought in the back of your mind. I mean, like, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm trying not to think about it too much, but at the same time, you have to kind of get stuff done now in terms of, you know, finding management companies and stuff like that is very important to be able to be ready to turn professional when you want to. So I've kind of been working on that the last while, and I think it'll be at some point this year. I haven't really decided when, but it'll be over summer, I would guess. So yeah, we'll just take it day by day for now. Try to perform as well as I can as an amateur, and then hopefully that will give me more opportunities as a professional when I do turn.
Yeah, winning the Walker Cup would be a nice way to kind of round off the amateur career, right? Wouldn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. It'd be nice to be a part of a winning Walker Cup team. Not to mind just being on the team.
All right, John. Thanks so much for talking to us on the Big Red Bench today, buddy. And very, very best of luck. We'll be keeping an eye on you in that World Cup match in a couple of weeks' time, and we'll try and talk to you afterwards.
Perfect. Thank you so much for having me on. Really appreciate it.